I'm like thinking, I'm like reliving this, and I'm like so terrified even talking about this. Oh my God.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I'm gonna be doing more of like a serious story time video that not a lot of people know, not even like that many of my close friends really know it, because I was just too scared to ever talk about it. Only people who really know is like my mom and my like close family and everyone. So yeah, and this is like really hitting home right now because this is happening in my hometown. I don't know if you guys have seen on the news about the human trafficking that's been going on all throughout like South Florida and everything, and it's really scaring me. So I thought I would kind of like tell you guys my personal experience with human trafficking. I want you guys to be able to learn from my experience from it. So my mom, she works for DHS, and she was actually on a business trip in New York, and I came up for the weekend to visit her, and my godmother came up, and we were just having a great time. We were in this hotel in the middle of Times Square, and it was amazing. It was at this beautiful like big hotel, and I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, it's spring break, I'm 17, like I'm so cool, like I'm a senior, blah blah blah. I know, totally lame. But I asked my mom, I'm like, oh, can I go down to Times Square? Because our hotel was literally overlooking Times Square. I'm like, oh, I just want to go to like the Disney store and stuff. And she's like, yeah, go ahead, just be really safe. And I'm like, okay. I had my camera with me. I was just like going around the hotel taking pictures and stuff, and it was really like cool experience to like be on my own in the city, like thinking I was like super cool and like badass. So I was going down the escalator in the hotel trying to get down to the lobby, and I had my camera, and there was like a mirror on the side of the escalator, and I was taking a picture in the mirror as like a cute little like selfie, I guess. And there was a guy below me, and he looked back at me, and he was like a lot older. He was probably like over 50, okay? And he looked back at me and he was like, oh, what a pretty picture. And I was just like, oh, thank you, like just trying to be polite, because I'm like I'm from a small town, like everyone's always really nice in a small town. I never really think anyone's like out to get me or out to do anything bad. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And I started walking, and I kept walking. He was talking, he kept talking to me as I was walking, and he was asking me like, oh, so where are you from? Are you from around here? And I'm like, oh no, I'm from Florida, blah blah blah. And I lied through my teeth because I kind of like, I got this vibe that he was kind of creepy, but like I also thought he was like, oh, he's a businessman because he had like a badge on for a conference. He was in like a suit. I'm like, okay, maybe he's not. Maybe he just like likes to talk to people. Like I always talk to people. So I was like, okay, maybe he's not. But I got this like weird vibe, and so I lied, and I was like, yeah, I'm a junior in high school. I'm 15, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, okay. And he like didn't seem fazed by it. He just kept talking to me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs. He's like, oh, actually, if you want to wait, like, I'm gonna go downstairs too. I'm like, no, it's okay. He's like, oh, no, I'll just come down with you. And he grabs his jacket really quick. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. And I was trying to get away as fast as I could. But, like, he just kept talking and being really nice. And I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I was so stupid. And I just didn't want to be rude, but I also didn't want to talk to him. So I was trying to, like, figure out a way to get away, to get back to my room, to do something. And he just keeps talking on and on and on. And we're having like a discussion about like current events and little things here and there, and I'm like, okay, maybe he just likes networking. And honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I was so naive and so stupid. Now that I think back on the story, I'm like trying in my mind to like justify my actions, but they weren't. They were just this, I was ridiculous. I was an idiot. I was a complete and total idiot. So I said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go meet my mom in like a store and everything. And he was like, oh, okay. And so we were just talking, and he was like, you know what, like, why don't we like exchange like information and stuff? We can stay in touch. So like maybe like, I was in my head, here's my thought process before you guys like freak out and be like, you're ridiculous, you're so stupid for even thinking about this. Cause in my head I was like, oh, maybe he's like a businessman, maybe he's like trying to network with me, maybe he's trying to help someone who's like in high school when they're graduating have like an in for a company, cause I don't even know. And so I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I didn't want to give him my like email that I used all the time. I have like an old email I used back when I was like 10 years old, signing up for like an iTunes account or something. So I gave him that, and I was like, okay, bye. And I shook his hand and like ran away as fast as possible. And I honestly didn't think anything of it. I went into the Disney store and I had like a panic attack. Like I was hyperventilating. I was so scared. I was like, why did I just do that? I'm so stupid. Like, why did I keep talking to this guy? Like, why did I let him go with me downstairs? Like, why did I leave the hotel? All these things like ran through my mind, and I called my mom freaking out. I'm like, Mom, I don't know what I'm doing. There's this creepy guy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like having a panic attack inside of the Disney store, like a crazy person. And I ended up leaving, and I booked it as fast as I could back to the hotel. It was literally like across the street, like it wasn't even that far. I booked it back to my hotel, ran up to my room, ran into the room, started crying to my mom and my godmother, and I was like, I am an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. How could I even survive out of my little town down south? Like, I'm like thinking, I'm like reliving this, and I'm like so terrified even talking about this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, okay. So, anyway, they calmed me down. I told them everything that happened, and they're like, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. Like, you're here, you're back with us, like he can't hurt you, like he can't do anything, you have us around you. And I'm like, okay, good. And I like breathed, and I was a little bit better, and I was starting to calm down. And then later that night I got an email from this guy, and I turned completely white. Like I was so terrified, like I couldn't even move, and I freaked out, and I started crying so hard because I was so scared that maybe he could like track me down. I even like searched my email address trying to find like, oh, can you find my real name? Can you find my address? Can you find like anything about me through this email address and everything? And I was literally going crazy. And so I still have this email like on my old, I logged in to find it. Okay. His name is Sam. I'm not gonna show you his last name because I'm still to this day terrified to even say this fucker's name. Like, oh my God. Okay. So it says, hi Olivia. What a wonderful surprise to run into on the escalator. In France, one would say ooh la la when they see a pretty girl fixing themselves up in the mirror. First of all, what the actual fuck? I told you I was 15. Granted, I was 17. I was still a fucking minor, but I told you I was 15. What the fuck? A 50-year-old man is gonna send this to a little girl? Seriously? He goes on to say, anyways, enough of the geography and etiquette lesson. You have a standing invitation to get a real NYC tour when you decide to come back to the city. Either way, I hope we can stay in touch. Hope you had a great stay in NYC and a safe trip back home. Sam. What the fuck? So if I had been like so naive and stupid, I could have been like, oh, you know what? Maybe this guy is like legit. He just wants to give me a tour, and gone with him. And I could have been taken in a fucking van and dragged to like, I don't know where the fuck, in the middle of nowhere, and like put into sex trafficking. Like thinking about that, like how many times he's done this to girls or what, like that just terrifies the living shit out of me. And so we looked up, my mom, like I said, she works for DHS, and my godmother is like crazy and she's amazing. And so we searched the internet, we searched everything. We found out this guy is the CFO of a big fucking company in New York City. A CFO is a big deal. Like, and he's doing this to fucking minors, to someone who he thinks is 15 years old. Like, to this day, I still freak out about it. So my mom, being who she is, she printed out all of his information, went down to the security and to the front desk and said, this is the guy, he was in your hotel at convention, he was trying to get my daughter to come with him to do something, and my daughter is underage. Like, this is ridiculous, you need to like ban him from the hotel, you need to do all this stuff. And so they did. They had like a whole investigation going on. Like, it was so crazy, and it freaks me out to even like to this day to like think about that happening to me, because like I've kind of put it out of my memory. And I ended up sending him an email back for literally I thought I was like a secret agent or something. So I went to like the library. When I got home, I went to like the library. My mom crafted up this whole like long email, and we sent it back to him, like saying like hello, this is like my mom's name, like I'm her mother, like you need to cease all contact with my daughter at once, or else you will be prosecuted for harassment of a minor. I sent him that whole entire email back, and then a few days later I got an email from him saying hi, not even a hello reply. So what the actual fuck, dude? Like, you're gonna keep talking to me like after my mom sends you this email? Like, anyway, it was one of the most terrifying things I've ever had to experience in my life, and I never want anyone to have to experience that. So if you ever get like a gut feeling, or you think that someone is watching you, or they're following you around, or anything, embrace that gut feeling and know what to do. Know to not give out your personal information to strangers. Like, I should have known that. Everyone should know that. You never give out any sort of information. If you feel pressured to doing so, like I felt pressured, like I felt like I had to give it to him, like, I don't know, I just felt like this weird thing, like I could not. Make it up. Make up a fucking random email, like jfg@email.com. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so just make it up, or just don't say no and just don't give it to him all, and like just run away, or just don't even talk to him. Like, talk to the person. Like, they can be really slick and try to like get in your brain and like make you think things, but in reality they're just creeps. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. I really hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lesson from this video. Yeah. So for next week's video, I have decided to go to the spa that's been the center of this whole human trafficking bust in my hometown, and show you guys around it and talk about the crazy shit that goes on there. And hope you guys can like learn and see how scary this shit really is, because when it hits your hometown and when it hits yourself, like when you like actually have to go through something like that, and when it comes to your hometown too, it's fucking terrifying. So I want you guys to be on alert at all times, and to just like always check everything around you, to pay attention to your surroundings, because this shit is happening more and more often now, and we really need to like learn from people's mistakes, like my mistake. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes and know what not to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next week for part 2. Peace. Bye guys.